If you've watched my channel for a while, you may notice that I often black out my cameras. And you know what? There's different reasons that people do this, and I have my own reasons in particular. So today I want to tell you uh, all about blacking out your camera. First of all, you might be wondering, how did I do it? It's really simple. I just use a black electrical tape. I even black out my filters. I don't like to promote any products on this channel. So let me tell you the reasons people black out their cameras. First, this is something many street photographers do, is like they like to black out the cameras. I guess you can think of it as if there's a logo on your camera, they consider it kind of like a bullseye. Like, you're supposed to be stealthy when you take photos, and if you're waving around like a little white part of your camera, it makes it more often that you're taking photos. That's the argument that they make. To be honest, I think it's really complete BS. I don't think it helps at all. And that's not why I black out my cameras at all. But that's what a lot of street photographers tend to say, is like they like to make it non-conspicuous. And my philosophy is like, you're supposed to be stealthy and quick, so they're not even supposed to notice that you're there. So there's no real reason to think that tape on the camera is gonna help you stand out less. But like I said, that's not why I black out my camera. Really, there's two reasons why I do it. Like I said, the first one is street photographers tend to think of it as like a bullseye, but that's not why I do it. I like to black out my cameras for two reasons. First of all, I don't like to promote any products on my channel. Like, I'm very brand agnostic. I have different cameras. They all have a different purpose. This is my infrared camera. It's my full spectrum camera. It's a different brand from my main work Rain camera that I used for like 10 years, which is a different brand from my film camera, which is different from my new medium format camera. And I also have like a walk around camera. So I have different cameras, different purposes. They're all different. I use different lenses. I don't have like one brand. Besides, I also like using adapted vintage lenses. So for me, companies are not going to get any free publicity from me. Like, all my products are blacked out, all my cameras are blacked out, even the filters, even my straps that I use for the cameras. So that's one reason why I black out my cameras. Another reason is that I do have kind of a following. I think close to 40,000 followers on Instagram. That's after I removed 20,000 ghost followers. I have 30,000 Twitter followers, and then there's a YouTube channel and all this other stuff. And like another 20 on Tumblr, another 20,000 followers. But like, the thing is, when you become like someone with a big following, whether or not I'm deserving of the following or not, people tend to just buy something just because you mention it. Like, I had a friend. He's like a big following like me as well, and someone found out what kind of camera and lens he uses, and that person went out and just bought it blindly. He's talking about thousands of dollars worth, and then that person couldn't replicate any of the photos that my friend was taking. So that's another reason I don't let people find out which kind of gear I use, because I don't want them to go out and blindly just buy whatever I use, only to be disappointed that they can't get images like me. And that's why I shoot a lot with my phone. That's why I shoot a lot with film. And that's why I black out all my cameras, all my gear, all my lenses. Some people might think it's taken a little bit too far, but really on this channel, I wanted to be separate from the rest. So yeah, those are basically three reasons why people black out their cameras. The first one is the most popular. Street photographers, they just think if you see like a little white name, it's gonna make the camera stand out a lot more or something. But I don't believe that. Really, I just do it because I don't want to give the companies any free publicity, and because I don't want anyone to just go out there and buy stuff just because I use it. I don't endorse any products. Maybe I mentioned this in another video long before, but one time someone found out which filters I use for my full spectrum camera, And that person went out and bought it thinking that he could just get full spectrum infrared photos. And then it turned out he couldn't, because full spectrum infrared filters only work on a full spectrum camera. What he needed was with an actual infrared filter that's for regular cameras. So that's why I don't promote anything. You end up wasting your money and you can't do what I do. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. And hopefully you found this useful. Yeah.